All right, hello and welcome back to the next continuation in the scripting tutorials. Today I'm going to be going over this comment right here by Free Glizzy, where he says, "How about you do a video on viewing scripts and changing them to affect in-game items or stats?" All right, and I've came up with something I'm going to show today. It's pretty simple. Um, but it does technically fall under the category of changing stats. What we're going to be doing is we're going to be editing the punch function so it doesn't take away any stamina, because as you can see at the top, each time you punch, 10 stamina is taken away. And if you keep punching and you keep punching, eventually you have no stamina and you can barely fight back, right? So yeah, we're going to be changing it so this never calls, which technically means you're not changing it, right? Now, the reason why I'm not doing something more like directly editing values is because nowadays, basically every game has server-sided checks to important variables like damage or range, which means you can't just change them willy-nilly. And if you did, that would be absolutely broken. Maybe like you could get away with that 5-6 years ago, but modern times, no, you're not going to be finding that. But anyway, let me actually start with the scripting now then, right? So yeah, you'll need your executor, of course, and you'll need a remote spy of your choice, and you'll probably also want Dex Explorer. I recommend always having these two when you're about to develop a script, because it just makes your life so much easier. And yeah, let's just get up here first. All right, so let's break this down simply. First things first, before we think about editing this, we need to find the function responsible for, attacking, right? Because when we attack, it calls it. So we need to find the function responsible for this, right? Now, with the remote spy, as we notice, when we click, a new remote is here with melee attack. All right. And if we click on function info here, we can open this up and see it's the function. No, sorry, not the function. The remote that just called gives us a script in which the remote was called from, right? So theoretically, within this script here should be a function responsible for sending these arguments with this remote, right? So basically calling the attack function, right? So yeah, let's have a look at melee then. So I'm just going to search up melee. And okay, here it is. You can make sure to check the script path so it's the same one, modules, game, items. It is the right one. All right, so we'll do view script, and I recommend clicking copy to clipboard and pasting it inside of your editor. That way you don't have to scroll through and it's kind of hard to read like this, right? And after this, you don't need Dex, you don't need the remote spy. All you need to do is have a look here, okay? All right, so now we're in the module. We need to try and look for the function that actually called the remote, right? So let's begin. Melee hit. I'm not seeing any fire servers. It just seems like it plays a sound. It's not this. It's obviously not an animation, or an animation, or an animation, and no fire server, no send, nothing invoking this network. So no melee attack. Oh, what's this? Send melee attack, huh? That looks awfully similar to the argument we saw in Simple Spy right here, the melee attack. I think this might be the function responsible. So let's take a look. All right. Melee attack. What is in melee attack? Now remember, we're making it so when we punch, it doesn't take away stamina. So the only thing we're really looking for in here is the stamina. We're not looking at argument 1. We're not looking at this send. We're not looking at any of this. We're just looking for where it consumes stamina, which is here at line 170. You see sprint up value consume stamina is called, right? Consume stamina being a function kept within sprint up value. And, you know, I'm guessing this is obviously responsible for taking away the 10 stamina every time we punch. So we need to have a look at whatever this is, right? So let's go here. Let's see. What is sprint up value and where is it created? Okay, sprint up value is in replicated storage under modules, game, sprint. So let's decompile it and let's see what's in sprint as well. Same as before, copy to clipboard, and we'll put it in a separate one this time, just to make it a bit tidier. Same as before, we're looking for consume stamina, because that's what was here, consume stamina. Oh, oh wow, it's here at the very top. Consume stamina. So consume stamina, it gets the max stamina, it times this by this, it does some calculations, and if something here, return false, else return true, right? Well, not else return true. If this, then return false, and then do this, return true, right? And if we go back to here, right? If not this, so if return false is given, it ends, and we don't want that. We want it to return true, right? Without actually taking away any stamina. As I'm guessing it does, it takes away the stamina here, is what I'm guessing. Maybe through these modules or anything, but that's not important, right? All we need to know is that we need to change this to return true. So let's get to writing something. We know it's within this module script. It's within this module script. So we'll come back and we'll create a variable to it. So we'll do local module environment is equal to require, and then we paste it in there. Now, if you're unfamiliar with what require is, it's natively in Roblox. It returns the value that was returned by the given module script running if it has not been run yet. But basically what it allows you to do is at the bottom of the module script, you see it has this return module up value, which module up value being all the, well, okay, module up value is a table with methods, and the methods of that table are the functions of the module script, as you see here. So it allows you to just call for, say, consume stamina, right? Which is why we use it. And we'll create a reference, right? Actually, no, we'll loop through it first. Table.forEach module environment will warn. So let's have a look what's inside. Okay, sprinting, consume stamina. Okay, consume stamina is here. So simply all we need to do is hook function module environment dot consume stamina, and we're gonna create a new function with dot dot dot, and dot 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 is a placeholder, meaning it can be any amount of arguments with any data type, because when you decompile it, we don't actually know what argument 1 is. So when we hook it, we just want to make sure that anything can be passed through it, right? And then we'll end. And we'll simply just have it return true, right? Because remember, when you punch, if not, then it resumes it. Well, if consume stamina returns false, then it actually takes away stamina. But if it returns true, then it keeps it the same, right? So we want it to return true. And that should really be it, right? So if we come here and we print done, just to let us know that something ran, right? And we can even print tried to call or whatever, right? We can do that. We'll do Warren tried to call consume stamina. Right? And boom, done. All right. And now let's close these things down. Now let's see if we punch, will stamina still be taken away? Oh, look, tried to consume stamina, tried to consume stamina. You can't see the stamina bar, but we can just keep clicking and, you know, it doesn't look like stamina's going anywhere, right? And, you know, boom, we just made infinite stamina for punching, for just punching, right? Because that's what we were looking at. We're looking at melee. If you wanted to do it with sprinting, that's something else. But, you know, we reached our goal, right? We made it so we have infinite stamina when punching by basically getting rid of the check for stamina being there, right? I hope this was somewhat like I hope this was somewhat informational, and I would like to provide a better example, but the main issue is, like I said at the very start, that everything is mainly server-sided. You can't just easily alter and change variables like that, because if you could, then that would be like game-breaking stuff. And those things are pretty hard to find nowadays unless things are, you know, not very secured. And this is a game with 20,000 players, so it's probably more secure than your average game. But I hope this was informational, and yeah.